So, Spider-Man Brand New Day is the next movie in the MCU before Avengers Doomsday. People have been waiting a few years now for another Spider-Man movie, and they're finally releasing it now. Tom Holland is promising a lot of changes, but will he deliver? And what things are absolutely necessary for this movie to be a great Spider-Man story? Well, firstly, they absolutely have to make this a street-level Spider-Man story. That's when the character really gets to shine. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Holland trilogy was good in my opinion, but the stakes were just extremely high, and No Way Home quite literally had him dealing with villains from entirely different universes. We never get to see him just look out for the little guy much and really get to be that New York fan favorite he always is. Well, a favorite for some people, at least. One great example of a street tier story is Roger Stern's Amazing Spider-Man. Now, I'm not too worried about this part because Tom Holland has said that he was doing tons of research for this movie, just going through the internet and stuff like that. And I'm sure that he came across many people just saying they want a street level story. However, if he did listen to every single idea that he saw on Reddit or something, this movie is going to be trash. But I'm pretty sure he's only taking the good ideas and things that he knows are essential to Spider-Man's character and story. And one of those things is him being street tier. And I know this is a bit of a random one, but a lot of people ask for this as well. But I really want to see a really good web swinging scene, or multiple actually. The Sam Raimi trilogy had some, good final swings, and The Amazing Spider-Man had the best web swinging in all of the movies. I also really liked how Andrew Spider-Man added a lot of parkour into the swinging and just his movement in general. And he also felt the most like an actual Spider-Man, in my opinion, if that makes any sense. Like with his mannerisms and the way he moved when he was in the suit. If you don't get what I'm talking about, then watch the encounter he had with Lizard in The Amazing Spider-Man 1, in the sewers, I think it was, and you'll get what I mean. Now, web swinging is essential to Spider-Man as a character when it comes to his movies, so that's something they can't really afford to mess up. So far, the Holland trilogy swinging has been okay, but nothing too special. Like that short little final swing at the end of No Way Home, it was a step in the right direction. Now, another thing I'm sure a lot of people are dying to see in this movie is obviously our GOAT, the greatest Marvel character of all time, Paul. Okay, I'm just kidding, I swear. What I'm about to say might be a little bit more far-fetched than hoping for a Paul cameo, honestly. I really want to see Shang-Chi teaching Peter how to fight in this movie. Or at the very least, just like a mention of it. We haven't seen Shang-Chi in like 4 years, probably 5 by now. And I know he's going to be in Doomsday, yeah. But that's coming out about 4 or 5 months after Brand New Day. So by then, it might genuinely be 5 years since his movie came out. I know there's already so much heroes in Brand New Day. Punisher and Hulk are basically confirmed. And I heard some rumors about, Yelena might be popping up. I've also seen some people mention that we might see Captain America coming with a quick cameo and maybe try to recruit Peter, to the Avengers. But this one is a bit far-fetched, but again, you never know. Because if you think about it, I'm sitting here hoping for a character we haven't seen in 4 or 5 years to show up and train Spider-Man in martial arts. So I should probably be the last person to call things far-fetched. But seeing that happen would be just really cool. Because at the end of the day, these are comic book movies. So you want cool stuff like that to happen. Every other Holland movie has clearly not been frugal when it comes to using another hero or a big name character. I know this movie already has Hulk and Punisher, and it might make things a little too convoluted, but who knows. One thing I do know, though, is that we absolutely need to see the genius Peter we haven't really gotten to see yet in the MCU. In case you guys forgot, Peter is a genius, and Holland's trilogy hasn't shown us that too much. We see he's super smart, of course. I mean, he made his own web fluid, he had his homemade suit, and he's literally trying to get into MIT. And also with other stuff of him talking like a nerd, we could piece together the fact that he's pretty smart. But we haven't seen that inventor, engineering genius Peter yet, if you guys know what I mean. Since Stark gave him that suit, he just had things a little too easy, if that makes any sense. Of course, he's still smart and capable, and of course, obviously super talented when he's dealing with his villains and all that stuff. But I just want to see more of that inventor Peter, making his own stuff, dealing with all his stuff on his own, which of course we'll get since he's by himself in this movie. He has no one. Everyone else forgot about him. So yeah, I like to see that a lot, and I'm sure we will, considering the fact that there's no Stark suit or Stark to help him or even Stark money. He's broke, as he always is. So at least we know that's comic accurate. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to make a quick video about that. Literally super quick. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you agree with anything I said, let me know in the comments below. And also let me know something you want to see in Spider-Man Brand New Day. So have a great day, guys. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and stay loving. Peace.